Imagine for a moment that you are not simply living, but crafting a destiny so grand it echoes through time. This is not mere fantasy. It is the first stone laid in the foundation of your empire. What I am asking of you is not toil, not struggle, but the assumption of greatness that already resides within you. Every empire begins in the unseen. The pyramids of Egypt, the cathedrals of Europe, the skyscrapers of modern cities, they were all first built in the mind of their creators. If you wish to build an empire, you must begin in the same place, with your imagination. See the structure rise before your eyes. Feel the solidity of its walls. Hear the voices of those who admire it. All of it must live vividly within you before it can exist around you. To build an empire, you must become its architect. You cannot wait for circumstances to align. You must align them yourself. Take on the role of the builder. Walk, talk, and think as though you are already the ruler of this magnificent domain. Does a king or queen doubt the strength of their throne? No. They stand firm, commanding their world with certainty. The world stands in honor of you. Who are you to the people, as the reader of this book will soon know? This is not about arrogance, but about certainty. Certainty that what you desire is already yours. You do not have to beg for the materials to build your empire. They will come to you, drawn by the power of your assumption. Feel the satisfaction of the end result. Allow yourself to experience the pride of looking upon the work completed, even before the first brick is laid. The commencement is really this: it belongs to you and the world. It does not belong to anyone else. It belongs to you. But understand this: the mind is a precise instrument. It cannot serve two masters. If you let doubt or fear linger, you weaken the foundation. Be disciplined in thought. Your empire requires focused attention and unwavering faith. No matter what your eyes see, hold on to the vision within you. And then act. Act not as one hoping to achieve, but as one who has already achieved. Your steps, your words, your decisions, they must reflect the identity of someone who is building something monumental. Each day, act as if the empire is already yours. And meaning lies within the possibility that you and yours alone are immortally. Persist. The builder of an empire does not abandon their tools when storms come. They do not pause because the work feels long. They persist, knowing that what they are creating is inevitable. The battle, your life is the empire you are here to build. You are the ruler, the architect, and the visionary. Act as if your empire already stands tall, and soon it will rise before you. The world will marvel at your creation, but you will know the truth. It was always there, waiting for you to assume it into being. And you are the creator. Every great achievement, every monumental creation, and every enduring legacy begins not in the hands or through action, but in the quiet, invisible recesses of the mind. The mind is the blueprint, the place where all things take form before they manifest in the world. The world outside, no matter how solid or real it may seem, is but a reflection of the world within you. What you see, experience, and interact with in your external reality is nothing more than the echo of your inner assumptions, beliefs, and imaginings. Consider this: no empire has ever risen without first existing in the imagination of its builder. Long before the first stone is laid or the first plan is drawn, the vision must be alive in the mind. The builder sees the towering structures, the bustling cities, and the thriving communities long before anyone else can even fathom their existence. This inner vision is more real to the creator than the physical reality surrounding them. It is this clarity of vision, this absolute conviction, that allows them to transform the invisible into the visible. The same principle applies to your life. Everything you experience is a result of what you hold within your mind. If your thoughts are scattered, your life will reflect that chaos. If your thoughts are focused, deliberate, and aligned with a specific vision, your reality will naturally organize itself around that intent. It is not a question of whether this law works, it is always working. The only question is whether you are using it consciously or unconsciously. Think of the mind as a canvas and your thoughts as the brushstrokes. Every thought you entertain is painting your future, whether you realize it or not. Most people allow their thoughts to wander aimlessly, never realizing they are creating a masterpiece of mediocrity. But those who understand that the mind is the blueprint become deliberate in their thinking. They take hold of the brush and begin to paint with purpose. As you press that button, they see not what is, but what could be. And they hold that vision until it takes shape in the physical world. Life is neither short nor long. This process requires discipline. The mind, left unchecked, tends to dwell on fear, doubt, and limitation. These are the shadows that distort your blueprint and weaken the foundation of your empire. To create a life of greatness, you must train your mind to focus on the end result, to see only the desired outcome, and to disregard anything that contradicts it. This is not a denial of reality, but an acknowledgement that reality is fluid, shaped by the power of your thoughts. Imagine a builder standing before an empty plot of land. To an onlooker, it may appear barren and lifeless, but the builder sees the potential. They see the grand structures that will one day stand there, the vibrant life that will fill the space. The builder does not focus on the emptiness. They focus on the vision of what is to come. This vision guides every decision, every action, and every step of the process. The same is true for you. Your mind must hold the vision of the life you wish to create, even when your external circumstances appear barren. Let's cross. You must believe in your vision so deeply that it becomes more real to you than your current reality. When you do this, you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with that vision, and the world begins to shift to match it. Doors will open, opportunities will arise, and circumstances will rearrange themselves to bring your vision to life. It is not magic. It is the natural law of creation. Consciously, we begin the journey of creating future realities, and the gateways become closed in the consciousness of those who knew the correct way to think. The world outside is a mirror. If you look into it and do not like what you see, the answer is not to try to change the reflection. The answer is to change the image within. This is why so many people fail to transform their lives. They focus all their energy on altering the external without ever addressing the internal. But when you realize that your mind is the source, you understand that true change begins within. And this is where life change begins within. Footnote: every great empire that has ever existed was first built in the mind. It is a process of creation that begins with imagination, fueled by belief and brought into reality through focused intention. If you can see it in your mind, and if you can hold that vision with unwavering faith, there is no force in the world that can stop it from becoming real. The only thing that is absolutely for sure is that it has to begin there. And if you can see it in your mind, and if you can hold that vision with unwavering faith, there is no force in the world that can stop it from becoming real. So I urge you to take control of your blueprint. Guard your thoughts with vigilance, for they are the seeds of your future. Plant only what you wish to see grow, and trust that the process will unfold. The world will always reflect what is within you. Your task is not to fight against the reflection, but to shape the image it reflects. Everything you desire, everything you dream of, begins within. Your mind is the blueprint and you are the creator. To create the life you desire, you must first see yourself as its builder, the architect of your destiny. Nothing happens by chance, and no circumstance is beyond your influence. When you recognize the power you hold within, you are not a passive participant in life, reacting to what is given to you. Instead, you are the creator, shaping every experience, every relationship, and every opportunity through the power of your imagination and belief. The boundaries. To assume the role of the builder is to take responsibility for your life. It means stepping away from the mindset of a victim and claiming the position of authority over your existence. A builder does not wait for the environment to provide favorable conditions. They create those conditions. They do not allow obstacles to dictate their progress. Instead, they adapt and persevere until their vision is realized. This shift in perspective is the foundation upon which all transformation begins. Imagine an architect planning a grand structure. Before any materials are gathered or construction begins, they have a clear and vivid picture of the finished result. Every detail is meticulously designed in their mind. The layout, the purpose, the aesthetic, this mental image guides every step of the process. The architect does not second-guess their vision. They trust it completely and move forward with confidence. To build your life, you must approach your dreams in the same way. See yourself as the architect, holding the vision of what you want so firmly that it becomes an undeniable reality within you. And the belief is the cornerstone of this process. Without belief, even the most detailed plan will falter. The architect of your destiny must be unwavering in their faith, not in the external world, but in the internal power that creates all things. It is not enough to wish for a better life. You must believe with absolute certainty that you are capable of creating it. This belief does not rely on evidence from the outside world. It is a knowing that stems from within, a conviction that what you imagine is already yours, even if the physical proof has not yet appeared. When you assume the role of the builder, your actions begin to align with your vision. You no longer act as someone hoping for change or waiting for circumstances to improve. Instead, you act as if the life you desire is already unfolding. Your decisions, your thoughts, and your demeanor all reflect the confidence of someone who knows they are in control. This is not arrogance. It is alignment. The builder understands that the outer world will rearrange itself to match the inner conviction, and they move through life with this quiet assurance. Life is an abstraction, Master Shri. Something life made is nothing living but imagining. Obstacles may arise, as they often do in any building process, but the builder does not see these as insurmountable. Instead, they view them as opportunities to refine their vision, to strengthen their resolve, and to demonstrate their unwavering belief. Challenges are not signs of failure. They are part of the process, moments that test the strength of your inner conviction. When you encounter setbacks, remind yourself that they are temporary. The vision you hold within you is eternal and unyielding, and it will manifest if you remain steadfast. This process requires discipline. The mind is not naturally focused. It tends to wander, to doubt, to fear. But the builder trains their mind to remain fixed on the vision. They do not allow fleeting emotions or external circumstances to sway them. They hold the image of their desire with unwavering clarity, returning to it again and again, no matter what distractions arise. Over time, this focused attention becomes second nature, and the vision grows stronger, more vivid, until it feels as real as the world around you. Enchant Emptiness is the truth of who you are. Unofficially, the name of the book is Enchant Emptiness. To assume the role of the builder also means taking inspired action. While the foundation of your destiny is built in the mind, the physical world responds to movement. When you act with intention, as though your vision is already true, you set in motion a chain of events that align with your belief. Opportunities appear, connections are made, and resources flow toward you, all because you are moving in harmony with the reality you are creating. These actions are not born out of desperation or fear. They are expressions of the confidence and certainty that you carry within you. I mean it. In your role as the builder, you begin to see life differently. You realize that every moment is an opportunity to create, every decision a chance to align with your vision. You no longer wait for permission or validation from others. Instead, you trust your inner guidance, knowing that it is leading you toward the fulfillment of your destiny. You become the architect of your own story, crafting it with intention, purpose, and unwavering belief. Step into this role fully. See yourself as the builder, the creator, the architect of your life. Hold your vision with conviction. Act with confidence and persist with faith. In doing so, you will not only transform your reality, but also come to understand the limitless power that has always been within you. The life you desire is not something you find, it is something you build, one thought, one action, and one moment at a time. One thought, one action, and one moment at a time. The true foundation of your empire lies not in the amount of effort you exert, nor in the relentless pursuit of external achievements. It is built on a far more subtle yet infinitely powerful principle, the feeling of already having achieved it. The mind is the architect, yes, but the heart is the force that breathes life into the vision. It is the feeling, the emotional conviction, that transforms mere thought into tangible reality. Without it, even the most detailed plans remain lifeless, inert. But when you cultivate the feeling of your desire already fulfilled, you activate a creative power that nothing in the world can resist. Feeling is the secret ingredient that bridges the gap between imagination and manifestation. To merely think about your goals is not enough. Thought alone lacks the energy required to bring forth your vision. But when your thoughts are imbued with the feeling of already having what you desire, you align yourself with the outcome as though it is already yours. In that state, you no longer ask or wish. You know. You are no longer separate from your goal. You are one with it. Think of it like this. If you were to construct a grand building, you wouldn't lay the foundation without a deep sense of certainty about the final structure. You wouldn't waste your energy doubting whether the building would stand or whether the materials would arrive. Instead, you would proceed with an inner assurance, fueled by the clear image of the finished masterpiece. Similarly, when you approach your desires, you must cultivate the feeling that they are already complete. This feeling is your foundation, stronger than any external circumstance, and immune to doubt. To feel the end result, you must step into the version of yourself who already possesses what you seek. Imagine the life you desire in vivid detail, not as something distant, but as something happening now. What would it feel like to wake up each day in that life? How would you carry yourself? What emotions would fill your heart? Sit with these questions and let the answers come alive within you. Close your eyes and see yourself already there, living the life you've envisioned. Allow those feelings to rise, to take root in your being, and let them illuminate. This process is not an act of pretending. It is an act of embodying. When you feel the end result is real, you broadcast a signal of fulfillment, and the universe mirrors that back to you in the form of experiences, opportunities, and outcomes that match your state of being. Most people, however, get caught in the trap of focusing on what they lack. They fixate on the absence of their desires, and in doing so, they amplify that very absence. They wake up each day feeling the weight of what they do not have, and they wonder why their efforts seem futile. But the key is to reverse this pattern. Instead of dwelling on what is missing, turn your attention to the feeling of already having it. She, me te davnes. Mohabte, even if your physical reality has not yet caught up, your inner reality is the seed from which all things grow. The inner reality is the seed from which. This practice requires faith, not in the sense of blind hope, but in the sense of knowing that the unseen is just as real as the seen. When a farmer plants a seed, they do not doubt that it will grow, simply because they cannot see it beneath the soil. They water it, nurture it, and trust the process. Similarly, when you plant the seed of your desire in your mind, you must trust that it is already growing. The feeling of the end result is the nourishment that ensures its growth. So change your focus. There may be moments when doubt creeps in, moments when the external world seems to contradict your inner vision. But in those times, return to the feeling. Close your eyes and revisit the state of fulfillment. Let it wash over you, dissolving fear and uncertainty. The more you practice this, the stronger your connection to the desired reality becomes. It will begin to feel so natural, so real, that the outer world has no choice but to conform. Feeling the end result is not just about achieving a specific goal. It is about living from a place of abundance, joy, and confidence in every aspect of your life. When you make this a habit, you realize that you are not limited to the outcomes you once thought possible. You can create far beyond what you've ever imagined, simply by aligning your inner state with the reality you wish to experience. So let go of effort for its own sake. Release the need to push, to struggle, to force your desires into being. Instead, turn inward and feel the truth of your vision. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the gratitude as though it is already yours. In that state, you are no longer seeking, you are claiming. And in claiming it within, you bring it to life without. This is the foundation of your empire, built not on effort, but on the power of feeling. Discipline in thought is the cornerstone of creating anything meaningful in life. Just as an empire cannot rise on unstable foundations or scattered intentions, neither can your dreams manifest without focused mental clarity. Your mind is the control center of your reality, and every thought you entertain shapes the course of your life. To align yourself with the vision you seek, you must bring order to your thoughts, training them to serve your desired outcome rather than sabotaging it. And this discipline is not restrictive, it is liberating, for it allows you to consciously create instead of unconsciously react. Most people go through life allowing their thoughts to wander aimlessly. Their minds are like untended gardens, overgrown with weeds of doubt, fear, and distraction. These weeds choke the growth of anything beautiful or purposeful. Without discipline, the mind becomes a chaotic place, incapable of sustaining the energy needed to bring dreams into reality. But when you commit to disciplining your thoughts, you clear the mental clutter and create fertile ground where the seeds of your vision can flourish. Discipline begins with awareness. You must become the observer of your mind, paying attention to the thoughts you habitually entertain. Are they aligned with the life you want to create, or are they reinforcing the limitations you wish to overcome? The thoughts you hold consistently act as instructions to your subconscious mind, which then works to manifest them in your reality. If your thoughts are scattered, contradictory, or rooted in fear, your life will reflect that confusion. But when your thoughts are focused, intentional, and aligned with your vision, you create a powerful force that shapes your reality in accordance with your desires. To discipline your thoughts, start by identifying the vision you wish to bring to life. Be specific. What does your ideal life look like? What does success feel like to you? What kind of person do you need to become to embody that reality? Once you have clarity about your vision, begin to align your thoughts with it. Every time a thought arises, ask yourself, does this support the life I want to create, or does it take me further from it? If the thought aligns with your vision, nurture it. If it does not, replace it with one that does. And this process requires vigilance. The mind, left unchecked, often reverts to old patterns and negative habits. You might find yourself slipping into doubts, fears, or comparisons. When this happens, do not chastise yourself or give in to frustration. Instead, gently redirect your thoughts back to your vision. Treat your mind like a muscle that grows stronger with practice. The more you exercise control over your thoughts, the easier it becomes to maintain focus and clarity. Visualization is a powerful tool in this practice. Spend time each day immersing yourself in the mental picture of your desired outcome. Close your eyes and see it vividly, engaging all your senses. What does your ideal life look like? What does it sound like, feel like, even smell like? The more detailed and real this vision becomes in your mind, the easier it will be to align your thoughts with it. Visualization trains your mind to focus on what you want rather than what you fear. creating a sense of certainty that propels you toward your goals. By visualization, the conductor foresees every part of the way. Another critical aspect of disciplined thought is eliminating distractions. An empire cannot rise if its builders are constantly diverted by irrelevant pursuits. In the same way, your vision cannot manifest if your mental energy is scattered across too many unproductive or conflicting areas. Simplify your life where possible. Focus your time, energy, and attention on what truly matters, and let go of anything that does not serve your higher purpose. This might mean setting boundaries, saying no to unnecessary obligations, or limiting exposure to negativity and chaos. Disciplining your thoughts also means being mindful of the language you use both internally and externally. Words carry immense creative power. Speak as though your vision is already a reality, and your subconscious mind will begin to align with that truth. Replace statements of doubt, I hope, I wish, or I don't know if I can, with declarations of certainty. I am, I have, it is done. The more you affirm your vision with conviction, the more natural it becomes to think, speak, and act in alignment with it. Consistency is the key to building this mental discipline. It is not enough to focus on your vision occasionally or when it is convenient. The builder of an empire works with dedication every day, even when progress seems slow or obstacles appear insurmountable. Similarly, you must train your mind daily, holding your vision with unwavering faith regardless of external circumstances. I suggest you also spend a couple of days a week in the mental training room on organization, which matters even more than you may realize. The more consistent you are, the stronger your mental discipline becomes, and the faster your reality begins to shift. That disciplined thought is not about suppressing or denying emotions. You will encounter moments of doubt, frustration, or fear, and that is natural. The goal is not to eliminate these feelings, but to rise above them by returning to your vision. A disciplined mind is not a mind devoid of emotion. It is a mind that acknowledges emotions without allowing them to dictate its course. As you commit to this practice, you will notice a profound transformation. Your thoughts will become clearer, your actions more purposeful, and your results more aligned with your desires. You will no longer feel at the mercy of circumstances or overwhelmed by life's challenges. Instead, you will stand as the architect of your destiny, building your empire one disciplined thought at a time. Every thought has a place in the universe, and that place is in the unconscious mind. You are the architect of your desires. Instead, you will stand as the architect of your destiny, building your empire one disciplined thought at a time. This is the power of mental alignment, the ability to create a life that reflects the highest version of yourself. I learned this hard way. Confidence is not something you wait to develop after success arrives. It is the very foundation upon which success is built. To create an empire, whether it be a life of abundance, a thriving business, or a state of inner fulfillment, you must act with the confidence of someone who already possesses it. This means carrying yourself, thinking, and moving through the world as though your empire already exists. As though your empire already exists. Confidence is not arrogance. It is the quiet, unshakable knowing. It is the embodiment of faith in your vision and your ability to bring it to life. The key to this principle is understanding that your external reality will always mirror your internal state. If you act with doubt, hesitation, or insecurity, the world reflects that back to you in the form of obstacles, setbacks, and stagnation. But when you act with the confidence of completion, you signal to the universe and to yourself that your success is inevitable. In doing so, you align with the energy of your desired outcome, and doors begin to open that once seemed closed. Opportunities find you, resources flow to you, and people respond to you in ways that support your vision. Acting with the confidence of completion does not mean waiting for everything to be perfect or for conditions to align before you take action. It means moving forward with certainty even when you cannot yet see the full path ahead. Imagine the ruler of a kingdom. Do they walk hesitantly among their people, doubting their authority or second-guessing their decisions? Of course not. They move with assurance, not because they know every answer, but because they trust in their role and their ability to lead. Similarly, you must embody the identity of the person who has already achieved what you desire. This confidence must be present in every aspect of your being. It is in the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, and the choices you make each day. When you act as though your success is already assured, you send a clear message to your subconscious mind. This is who I am. And your subconscious, being the fertile ground for all creation, begins to bring your external reality into alignment with that identity. Start by visualizing yourself as the person you want to become. How would you stand? How would you walk into a room? What tone would your voice carry? What decisions would you make without hesitation? Embody these traits now, even if your circumstances have not yet caught up. Confidence is not dependent on external validation. It arises from within. When you carry yourself with the poise of someone who has already achieved their dreams, you begin to attract the conditions that reflect that reality. It's also important to remember that confidence is built through action. Waiting for confidence to magically appear is like waiting for a plant to grow without first planting a seed. Each time you take a step toward your goal, no matter how small, you reinforce your belief in yourself and your vision. Success is not achieved in one grand leap. It is the result of consistent, aligned action taken with faith and determination. Each action you take with confidence strengthens your identity as someone capable of building and sustaining an empire. Even when faced with challenges, hold firmly to the identity of someone who has already succeeded. Challenges are not signs of failure. They are opportunities to grow stronger, to refine your vision, and to prove your resilience. When you act with the confidence of completion, you face obstacles with a sense of calm and purpose, knowing that they are simply part of the process. A ruler does not abandon their kingdom at the first sign of difficulty. They adapt, strategize, and move forward with unwavering belief in their ability to overcome. Ability to overcome. Confidence also involves letting go of the need for approval from others. Building an empire requires you to stay true to your vision, even when others do not understand or support it. The opinions of others are often shaped by their own fears and limitations, not by the truth of what is possible for you. When you act with the confidence of completion, you no longer seek validation from external sources. Instead, you draw your strength from within, trusting that your path is yours to walk and that your vision is yours to fulfill. This level of confidence creates a ripple effect. When you carry yourself as though your empire already exists, others begin to see you in the same light. They sense your certainty, your clarity, and your purpose, and they respond accordingly. Opportunities arise, partnerships form, and circumstances shift to align with the energy you project. Confidence is magnetic. It draws to you the very resources and connections you need to bring your vision to life. Understand that acting with the confidence of completion is not about pretending or forcing yourself to feel something you do not. It is about choosing to align with the truth of who you are, a creator, a builder, a visionary. The empire you seek is not something separate from you. It is an extension of your inner being. When you act with the confidence of completion, you bridge the gap between imagination and reality, transforming your vision into existence through the power of belief and aligned action. So, walk with purpose. Speak with conviction. Make decisions as though you already possess what you desire. Let your actions reflect the identity of someone who has already built their empire. In doing so, you align with the energy of success and draw it closer with every step you take. Your confidence is the key that unlocks the doors to your vision, turning dreams into reality and potential into power. Persistence is the cornerstone of creation. Every great builder understands that no structure, no masterpiece, no empire is ever completed without unwavering commitment to the process. To create the life you desire, to bring your vision to life, you must embody the same persistence. This is not mere effort or toil, but a steadfast determination to remain faithful to your assumption until it materializes. Reality will always conform to the persistence of the one who refuses to waver. The journey to manifesting your vision is often marked by moments of doubt, challenges, or delays. It is in these moments that your persistence is tested. A builder who abandons the work halfway never sees the fruits of their labor. The foundation may be laid, the walls may begin to rise, but without continued effort, the structure remains incomplete. Similarly, when you allow doubt to creep into your mind, you stall the progress of your creation. Faith and persistence must walk hand in hand, for it is through these qualities that the unseen becomes seen. In the eyes of the Lord, your actions and your world become His object. Therefore, it is imperative that you respect it. Persistence requires you to remain loyal to your vision, no matter how your current circumstances may appear. The outer world often mirrors past assumptions, which means there may be a lag between your inner conviction and its external manifestation. During this time, it is easy to become discouraged or to question whether your vision will ever materialize. But this is the very moment when persistence is most critical. You must remind yourself that your reality is always catching up to your imagination. What you consistently assume and feel to be true will inevitably harden into fact if you refuse to give up. To persist does not mean forcing or struggling. It means resting in the knowing that what you desire is already yours. It means continuing to imagine, to feel, and to act as though your vision is already a reality, even when the evidence is not yet visible. Just as a builder continues to construct brick by brick, trusting the blueprint, you must remain committed to the inner work of aligning your thoughts and emotions with your desired outcome. This inner alignment is the foundation upon which all external manifestations are built. Inner authentic action. Consider the process of planting a seed. Once the seed is buried in the soil, you do not dig it up every day to check if it is growing. You water it, nurture it, and trust that in time it will sprout and grow into a thriving plant. The same is true for your vision. Once you have planted the seed of your desire in your imagination, your role is to nurture it with faith and persistence. Do not uproot it with doubt or impatience. Trust the process and continue to align your thoughts and actions with the reality you wish to create. Persistence also involves recognizing and overcoming resistance. The mind often clings to old patterns and beliefs that are out of alignment with your vision. These patterns may surface as negative thoughts, fears, or a tendency to focus on what is lacking. When this happens, it is important not to resist or fight these thoughts, but to gently redirect your focus back to your vision. Every time you do this, you strengthen your assumption and weaken the hold of the old patterns. Over time, the new assumption becomes dominant and the old one fades away. Persistence is not about ignoring reality or pretending that challenges do not exist. It is about acknowledging the challenges while remaining rooted in the truth of your vision. A builder does not abandon the work when faced with obstacles. They find solutions and adapt. Similarly, you must face challenges with the conviction that they are temporary and that your vision is inevitable. Every challenge is an opportunity to deepen your faith and strengthen your persistence. There may be times when the path forward feels unclear or when progress seems slow. In these moments, remind yourself that persistence is not measured by speed, but by consistency. Even small, steady steps taken with faith and determination will eventually lead to the realization of your vision. Do not compare your journey to others or become discouraged by the seeming success of those around you. Each person's path is unique, and your only responsibility is to remain faithful to your own vision. It is also important to celebrate every sign of progress, no matter how small. These signs are evidence that your persistence is working and that your reality is beginning to shift. Acknowledge them with gratitude and use them as fuel to continue. Gratitude amplifies your energy and reinforces your alignment with the reality you are creating. Persistence is the act of holding the end result in your mind and heart until it becomes tangible. It is refusing to give up, no matter how long it takes or how difficult the journey may seem. Remember, reality is malleable, and it is shaped by the strength of your assumptions and the consistency of your focus. The builder who persists, who continues to lay brick after brick with unwavering belief, ultimately completes the structure and stands in awe of what they have created. Inspiration is that which creates the building of the foundation. So, persist. Remain faithful to your vision. Trust in the power of your imagination and the inevitability of your creation. Let every thought, every feeling, and every action be a testament to your unwavering belief. In time, your persistence will be rewarded, and the reality you once imagined will stand before you, fully realized. The work may take time, but the outcome is certain for those who do not waver. In conclusion, to build your empire, you must act with unshakable confidence, persist with unwavering faith, and embody the very essence of the person you wish to become. Your mind is the blueprint, your actions must reflect the identity of a ruler, and your persistence will transform your vision into reality. Every step you take, every thought you align, every challenge you face, each is a part of the journey that leads to the realization of your dreams. The empire you seek is not far away. It is being built within you, brick by brick, moment by moment. It was during this period of unplanned breakdowns, transformational moments, that 1,000 pieces of you were scattered. You are not merely waiting for your reality to change. You are the architect, the builder, and the creator of your destiny. Stay focused, remain disciplined, and never abandon your vision, for your empire is already in the making. It will materialize because of your persistence and belief. Thank you for allowing me to share this journey with you. Keep building, keep believing, and know that the life you desire is already yours. Stay strong, stay persistent, and watch as your empire comes to life.